po.
Tigilan mo ako, hindi ako luko-luko. Kasi Region 16 to, baka ganyan na naman ang gawin mo.
Kung bago ka lang dito sa NTPH, maaari bang makahingi ng isang like at subscribe? At huwag kalimutan pindutin ang notification bell para ma-notify kapag may ganito tayong upload. Salamat kabayan!
So, tama ba yon? O ikaw?
Yes, ma'am. We agree with that. We need a feasibility study first before they
legislate. Ngayon. So, naandito ba yung mag-report, yung SIPDEC? Sila ka-partner sa Iloilo eh. Ano ba nangyari doon? Bakit hindi mangyayari doon sa Iloilo feed mill? Para yung experience nyo, ma-input natin dito sa legislation na to.
Yeah. Now, with regards to this project, specifically for the people in Capiz, the inception started about 2 or 3 years ago. Ano pa yun? Pandemic pa, no? When the idea came out through the Bureau of Fisheries in Region 6 along with the PAPCC. So,
FAR of Region 6?
FAR Region 6.
We came up
with a preliminary feasibility study that resulted to the coming up with this this document that went through the Congress in the 18th Congress, I think, and then the present Senate bill. And we have gathered some essential.
Wala dito sa Senate bill na to yung Iloilo. It's just provided for in the GAA. There's no legislation with regards to Iloilo. So this is the first time magse-Senate bill para sa isang feed mill. So kaya ko kayo tinatanong so you can provide the input para hindi tayo magkamali dito sa legislation na to. Kasi kayo ang may experience because there are 2 feed mills established by the government, one in Aurora and one in Iloilo. Para yung experience nyo, ma-input natin dito sa legislation na to. That's why I'm asking you, what is happening sa Iloilo?
Well, as I've said, we made a preliminary feasibility study on this to the allocation, to the site selection, up to the detailed engineering design, and up to there only. So the document, I think, went up to the Senate, but we have contributed a lot in the coming up.
Tikbawan, Iloilo. So,
Tikbawan,
what? Tikbawan.
This is also similar to what I've been doing in the legislative hatchery, which is vital in the coming up of a legislative institution facility. So this time being the first, we also made the preliminary feasibility study. So
have done many legislated fish hatcheries. May mga requirement yon bago namin ipasa yon. So mahigpit doon kasi nakalista yung requirement. Pag hindi mo na-fulfill yung requirement, hindi ka pwedeng pasahan ng legislated fish hatchery. It's local legislation passed by Congress, tapos pumupunta sa amin sa Senado, chine-check lang namin yung list of requirements kung na-fulfill ng Congress yung list of requirements nila, then we pass the legislated fish hatcheries. But this is the first time we will pass legislated feed mill. Kaya tinatanong ko, ano experience nyo para makagawa din tayo ng ganong requirement para pag magpapasa tayo, automatic, yun ang pinufulfill ng mga nag-a-apply for a feed mill, aqua feed mill na mga requirement. Kaya that's why I'm asking you, ano ba ang experience nyo sa dalawa na hindi naman legislated, the one in Tikbawan, Iloilo, and the one in Aurora, Baler? Wow. Meron. Wala.
Okay, so before assisted, we had our hatchery, we have feed mill ongoing construction in Mimaropa now, about almost 90% for feed mill. Another one in Bolinao, Pangasinan, and the third one in Tigbawan, Iloilo at SIFDEC.
Baka now, kayo lang, katulong kayo SIFDEC.
Aurora is not included.
Legislation. Aurora has no legislation. Tigbawan, Iloilo has no legislation. Yung sinasabi mo, wala. Kasi Wala, nag-study kami. Kasi dito sa Senado, mahigpit kami.
But all these hatcheries, feed mills that were coached through the Bureau of Fisheries in every region concerned.
Legislated.
So maybe not, but it's also the government institution. So it's almost complete. And this is the fourth one, is an upgrade of the ongoing legislated hatchery being done to 3 areas.
Hatcheries, but this is feed mill.
Feed mill, I'm sorry.
Legislated hatcheries. Doon, ano na kami, we have passed how many? 56, 57 legislated fish hatcheries. Mas simple yon kasi tatayuan lang sila ng gagawa ng fingerlings para ipamigay sa local farmers. Proven na yon. Ngayon, this is the first time we are doing a legislated feed mill. Kaya tinatanong ko ang experience nyo doon sa ginawa nyong dalawa para yun na maging basis natin to build this feed mill na gusto nila sa Capiz. Kaya kayo yung resource person. Kasi iba yung legislated fish hatcheries, iba yung legislated feed mill. Wala pa tayong napapasang legislated feed mill. Oo. So, I want you to share your experience. Baka kailangan natin tanungin tong dalawang regional director ng BIFAR. One from Region 3, who is in charge of Aurora, and another one from Region 6, who is in charge of Tigbawan, Iloilo. We recognize Mr. Cruz of Region 3.
Yes, Madam Chair, allow me to share the experience po sa establishment of a community-based feed mill sa province of Aurora. Yung project po na to is, of course, it was funded under the Bayanihan 2. So, yung pinaka major consideration po namin na consider dito ay, of course, yung alam naman po natin na 50 to 70% ng cost ng aquaculture production ay nanggagaling sa feeds. And then, yung layo po ng Aurora, since lumalaki na yung aquaculture program sa Aurora. So isa po yun dahil usually po ay yung logistic po kasi na-charge sa cost ng feeds kung magagaling pa siya ng ibaba. And then another one po yung availability po ng mga locally available na mga feedstuffs, like of course yung rice bran, copra, and corn, and of course yung one of the feedstuffs na kino-consider natin which is very rich in amino acids is the moringa. So ayun po, kaya po na-establish siya. And at the moment po ano na po siya, operational. And hindi po ito, ang nangyari po, Madam Chair, dito, it was, although it's from BIFAR, it was turnover to LGU. And
sinong LGU?
Ang provincial government po ng Aurora. So sila po yung nag-ooperate ngayon. Nag-assist lang po ang BIFAR technically. And of course, yung ating pong and other services na pwede po nating ibigay. And based po dun sa aming ang na-consider po namin dito yung ano po, yung ating collaboration with ShipDeck regarding the ano po, yung formulation ng cost yung low cost feeds.
Ko sa'yo, pinakinabangan ba ng mga fishermen yung feed mill na yan o pinakinabangan lang ng BIFAR?
Most po, ano po, ang nakikinabang po sa ngayon nito yung pong ating mga fisher folk dahil lang...
At sabi sa report, hindi.
No, ma'am.
So small na binibigay nyo lang sa BIFAR yung output, walang nabibigay sa local fishermen.
No, ma'am. Actually, ang BIFAR bumibili din dito sa ano para
Oo nga, pero hindi naman para to provide to BIFAR but to provide for the fishermen. We will We wish to acknowledge the presence of Senator Bato de la Rosa to provide us a quorum. Thank you. And I'm asking them kasi nagpapa-approve sila ng feed mill sa Capiz. May dalawang existing na hindi naman through legislation but through the budget of the government ng BIFAR sa Aurora, Baler, Quezon, Aurora, Baler, and then Tigbawan, Iloilo. Tinatanong ko kung ang nakinabang, kung yung Tigbawan, Iloilo hindi pa yata nag-ooperate, pero yung Baler, ang chismis, yung production hindi naman nakakatulong sa fishermen but to BIFAR only. Kaya tinatanong ko yung regional director ng BIFAR sa Region 3, sino ba nag-benefit do sa feed mill nyo? Nag-benefit ba yung mga small fishermen do sa feed mill nyo?
Yes, yes, Madam Chair. Definitely, the fish farmers will benefit from the project.
Project. Kasi ang feedback, pina-research na namin Hindi daw nag-benefit yung mga small fishermen. So, sabi mo, will, not is benefiting now.
Ngayon lang po talaga mag-full swing ang operation.
Kailan start kayong mag-operate?
Last year, December po, more on initial preparatory operation lang. But na okay na po yung na-settle na lahat ng issues sa feed mill. So this January, noon pa lang po mag-start.
Make a report on that? Kasi we will turn over this bill to the technical working group. I just want to make sure na yung mga feed mill nating tinatayo will benefit the fishermen. O kasi kung magkatayo tayo ng feed mill tapos hindi naman magbe-benefit ang fishermen, why will we build? Diba?
Madam Chair, if I may.
Yes.
So if hindi pa nagbe-benefit yung mga maliliit na operator ng aquaculture. Right now, sino nagbe-benefit niyan ngayon?
As I've mentioned po, Senator, more on last year, more on preparation lang dahil may nakita kami mga issues doon sa mga adjustment. So nitong January lang po talaga na mag-i-start. Since December, noon lang talaga siya na finish lahat. Kasi may adjustment para doon sa, kasi po ito extruded. So may mga kino-consider tayo na mga adjustment pagdating sa mga machines.
So in short, hindi pa operationalize?
Yes po, ngayon pa lang. Opo.
Okay, thank you.
Inaugurated in July 2024. Tama ba yon?
Yes po, but nagkaroon po kami ng mga adjustment pa, tapos inabot pa ng mga...
So you think that with your adjustment, the fishermen, the small fishermen, aquaculture fishermen will benefit from this feed mill?
Definitely po, Madam Chair.
Sige. Yes.
Okay, sa feed mill plan. Doon sa sinabi ko kanina. At saka napakarami po naming raw materials. At saka kung kailangan natin ng mga equipments, at saka na-approve naman yan, at saka ginagawa nila ng paraan, I don't see the problem, Madam.
So, kaya nga nire-review ko, Iho, kasi may dalawang feed mill na finanding nga ng 22 million and another one na finanding nga ng 30 million, wala pang nagbe-benefit. So baka mamaya gumawa tayo ng pangatlong feed mill, ganun din ang mangyari. Yun naman ang, ano naman masama na pag-usapan natin kung ano problema. Di ba? Kasi ako, hindi ako magpapasa ng batas na paggagastahin ko gobyerno tapos walang magbe-benefit. Di ba? Kaya tinatanong ko sila, ano ba yung nangyari dito sa dalawang feed mill? Hindi to legislation provided only in the budget. Ito kasi legislation na nagbinigyan ng 22 million yung Aurora, Baler, and yung Tigbawan, Iloilo, binigyan ng 30 million. Tinatanong ko sila, what happened? And ano ang naging problema? Kasi kung resolve natin yung mga problema at i-input natin dito sa bill para wag mangyari na pinondohan natin tong legislation na to, tapos hindi naman magbe-benefit ang small farmer. Hindi ba logical yon, di ba?
Pero kami, committed kami, ni Governor Fred Castro and all the LGUs that have coastlines, we are really bent, no, on helping the fishermen. Kasi kawawa po sila.
Ito lahat, meron namang
umpisahan.
coastline to. In fact, ang SIFDEC nasa Iloilo, di ba? Yung SIFDEC na international.
Siguro lang po sila sa sa push or what. But ang Capiz ay talagang
ang magmamanage din ito, andyan yung nagmanage ng Iloilo Ayan, no? Region 6 kayo
Opo, diba? Pero
sila rin ang magmamanage.
Pero ano naman ang di ba? Kung nagtutulungan ng lahat ng probinsya ng Capiz, headed by our Governor Fred Castro. Bakit naman po madadamay po kami sa kanilang inefficiency?
Ganyan talaga.
I second the motion of Representative Castro sa observation.
Sa kanila.
Pero sa buhay natin dito sa DA, 12 years na ako sa DA. Daming ganitong problema. So, wag mo sabihin sa akin na desidido ang probinsya. Pero pag hindi naman desidido yung BIFAR,
hindi. Ano lang sila dapat tulungan nila kami kasi, di ba, gobyerno sila, dapat tutulong sila sa amin. Paano pa natin, kailan pa natin ito umpisahan? Pupukpukin na lang natin yung ulo nila.
So, yun lang ang tinatanong ko, what happened to the feed mill in Balerque, so on. So we will not commit the same mistake. And what happened in the feed mill in Tigbawan, Iloilo, para if we write a bill, we will correct na yung mga problems na yun. Can we hear from the Regional Director of Region 6 of BIFAR?
Yes po, Madam Chair.
The Region 6.
Good morning po, Madam Senator Villar. For BIFAR 6, we had been working with PAPCC or the cooperative as well as the local government unit of Capiz in terms of aquaculture. Yes, ma'am. And also with SIFDEC where there is a feed mill. Okay, so with that, with the requirements of feeds in Region 6, and Capiz being one of the major producing of milkfish, almost 10,900 hectares, they proposed for a feed mill initially. And with the expertise of SIFDEC, we submitted a feasibility study through SIFDEC to BIFAR Central Office. And it is worth the 30 million pesos downloaded to BIFAR Region 6 for the feed mill in collaboration with SIFDEC. This is now the project we have, and it's almost 90% completed.
In collaboration with SIFDEC?
We collaborated because they have the expertise, ma'am. They have the technology and scaling up the technology for commercialization.
So, pangatlo na to Kailangan nyo pa rin ng SIFDEC, hindi nyo pa alam ang technology.
We still need, ma'am, because they are of research component and we from the government, BIFAR, and of course we will be working together with the cooperative. And what we need here for the project are infrastructure and production inputs, especially the raw materials to produce feeds. So the capacity of the feed mill in Tigbawan, that's in SIFDEC, is only 5 metric tons per day. Well, for the proposed bill, which will be legislated soon, hopefully, it's 30 metric tons per day, which can provide around 30% of the feed requirement only of Capiz. So based on our experience, how we construct, because it was downloaded to us, we do the procurement for the construction of the hatchery. And there is counterpart from SIFDEC on other needs in order that we can start up with the implementation, which is due the second quarter of 2025.
Habang busy si chairman, I'm the vice chairman, I will take over. Yung, pwede mo malaman yung experience ng, sino bang RD ng, saan ba yung, ma'am, nag-take over lang ako sandali, as your vice chairman. Yung sa Baler, sino bang, ikaw pa rin RD yun? Region 3 ang Baler, di ba?
Yes po.
Ano nangyari ngayon doon?
Ongoing na po ang operations na po niya. Nasa procurement na po kami ng mga feedstuffs and based do sa mga formulations na we adapted from SIPDEC also. Iba-iba kasing crude protein and we have already yung Aurora Tilapia Growers Association who are the will benefit from the about mga 60 farmers po ito. Aside from our fish cages na, meron ako may mga marine cages na rin po sa Aurora.
Ibig sabihin, may production na kayo?
Yes po.
Since when did you start production?
Initially po noong December, nagkaroon na kami ng for feed trial. Kasi meron din po kaming research component. So, meron din po kaming trial doon na nag-establish po yung provincial government of Aurora ng parang farm. Doon po muna namin tinetest yung ating mga feeds. Thank you po.
Thank you. Thank you. Salamat.
Just want to clarify, yung sa Iloilo, sabi nila yung 30 million na binigay sa inyo, binayad nyo lang sa SIFDEC for feasibility study. Wala kayong binild out of that 30 million.
Actually, it's a facility, ma'am. It's already the feed mill itself. The FS, no. The 30 million
kasi
is
ang
for the
sinasabi
feed mill
ng
plant.
committee, nung aralan nila, yung 30 million nyo went to SIFDEC to do the study. Walang binild na facility.
Actually, ma'am, ang sinabi ko kanina, with SIFDEC, nag-come up kami, in collaboration with SIFDEC, nag-come up ng
Study.
FS. Yeah.
O, magkano
Feasibility
binayad nyo sa
study.
SIFDEC sa study?
250,000.
So yung 30 million na binigay sa inyo, itatayo nyo ng facility
na po.
minus yung 250,000. Ano?
Wala dyan po sa 30 million that was provided by BFAR Central Office to BFAR Region 6 where we commissioned SIFDEC for the FS, for the feasibility study. The 30 million is for the feed mill plant which is situated in SIFDEC.
Why SIFDEC?
Because, ma'am, when it was conceptualized, actually, with Secretary
Pinance mo pa yung SIFDEC, hindi mo pinance yung mga fishermen sa lugar nila.
But
Ba't mo sa SIFDEC itatayo? Kung gusto nila magtayo ng feed mill sa SIFDEC, sila bumasta ba tayo? Hindi ba itong feed mill para sa ating mga fishermen to?
Yes, ma'am.
O yung SIFDEC ba nasa Tigbawan, Iloilo?
Yes po.
Oh.
The produced feeds, ma'am, will be for the
pero
fisher
nasa
po.
SIFDEC? Ba't sa loob ng SIFDEC mo itatayo? Ba't hindi mo itinayo sa lugar ng local government? Para kanila. Diba?
Madam Chair, may we know sino nag-operate? Nag-operate at nagmamanage ng inyong feed mill?
Hindi pa po natapos po, 90%.
90%.
Mga second quarter of this year, yung expected natin na i-operationalize.
So expected natin sino mag-operate talaga? Sino hahawak?
Actually, through SIFDEC, sir.
So SIFDEC pa rin?
Yeah, in collaboration with BFAR. For a
Collaboration.
certain period.
Di ba para sa Tigbawan, Iloilo yan? Bakit mo ibibigay sa SIFDEC?
It's not directly turned over to them, but it will be collaborated by SIFDEC and BFAR in the operation, but the beneficiaries will be the fish pond operators. The produced na feeds will be provided to the fish pond operators.
Yeah. ikaw ang mag-manage together with the local government. Huwag mo ibigay sa SIPDEC kasi magulo yung SIPDEC ang magmamanage. This is for the benefit of the small fishermen, not for SIPDEC. Ba't mo ibibuild sa SIPDEC at ipamamanage mo with SIPDEC? Dapat ikaw ang mag-manage together with the local government. Katulad ng mga fish hatcheries, BIFAR muna nagmamanage first 2 years, tapos tina-turn over na sa local government. Oh, hindi ganyan.
Yes po.
Tigilan mo ako, hindi ako luko-luko. Eh kasi Region 16 to, baka ganyan na naman ang gawin mo.
Oh, we cannot suffer from your inefficiency.
So,
This feed mill plant. So at saka nakalagay naman dito, it will be built in Barangay Bahit, Province of Panay.
So,
we have plenty of raw materials. And
anyway, pagtayo natin sa CAPIS, tatanggalin na natin yung feasibility study. Paamong BIFAR ang magbayad ng feasibility study, yung budget na ilalagay natin sa law, dadalhin lang sa feed mill yon para siguradong ma-build yung feed mill. O, yun. So, mag-aaway lang tayo dito. So, I'm suspending this public hearing. The technical working group will revise the bill, and to make sure that when we build this feed mill, it will be for the benefit of the fishermen in Capiz. Oh, and it will be operated initially by the BIFAR, but it will be turned over to the local government after the local government has learned to manage it. Yun lang.